Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are working on the Cruze today. Today's issue is a coolant leak. It's actually going to be coming from, it's right underneath here. This is one of the intake pipes, air intake, and you can barely see it down here and right in here. I'll get some closer shots in a moment. But there is an water outlet pipe that sits right on this side of the motor. And from what I can see is it is leaking at the gasket where it mates up against the side of the engine. So we're going to take all of this out. We're going to access this part. There's only 3 bolts that hold it in place. But first things first, what we're going to have to do is drain the coolant. So let's go ahead and do that now. All right, so in order to drain the coolant, first we got to take this piece off right here. So there's these little clips that you'll have to take off, and there are also some, I believe they're hex head bolts. If I'm not mistaken, they were, let me see, what was the size? T20 is what I've got, so let's go ahead and pull that off now. There, am I missing one? Haha, yes, I'm missing one. There it goes. So with the cover removed on the underside of the vehicle here, it exposes the radiator. And here on the passenger side is the petcock to drain the radiator. It should also drain most of the system as well. If I'm not mistaken, this holds 5.8, is it liters or quarts? I'm not too sure, but this right here should drain at least most, or if not half of it. Sometimes it leaves some of the fluid in there, but just turn this. We're going to put a hose on this little nib here, or barb, and we're going to push it down into I have a tub right here. We're just going to use that as the catch for now. But let's get draining it so we can pull that part off. So when you drain the coolant, make sure you do take this off, this coolant cap off. What that'll do is allow this system to equalize so that the fluid does drain faster, because now this is an open source for air to enter the system through here, and I believe there's also, there's a secondary line right down here. So all that basically means the fluid will drain down and not lock itself up and take a long time to drain. So got that off. Let's go ahead and open that drain. There we go. Very anticlimactic. We'll just let that drain through, and once it's done draining, we'll start pulling stuff off the top. Might help if you fully opened it. Sounds like we're pretty much done. Let's see what we've got. Well, there's actually a decent amount that pulled out of there. Close enough, it's still draining. Now let's reposition this so it covers the other side. We can go ahead and start pulling some parts off. Basically, this is covering the whole underside, so if any fluid were to drain while we pull that outlet pipe out, it should catch it. So we'll leave that open, and then let's get started on pulling stuff off over here. So let's go ahead and get some stuff out of the way. I'm going to get the air intake hose out of the way, or air intake pipe, whatever you want to call it. All these pipes need to go, any electrical connections. Basically, just try to clean up as much as you can so you can get decent access to the bolts that hold that outlet pipe in. So let's go ahead and do that now. There's some clips like this one right here. They're basically just little metal clips like this. Don't lose these. Need one of these. And we'll just set it there for now. This can then pop off like so. The new one actually comes with this little piece, so I think you can pull this off. Let's see, how does that work? Is it like this? Don't want to break it because I didn't get a replacement hose. Oh, okay, I see how it works. It's basically a plastic piece, and oh boy, I just lost it. It's down there in the, it's down there in that container. So, and then we can just pop this piece off, and there we go. Pull this guy out of the way. This isn't leaking as far as I can tell, so we can reuse it. Get that. That can stay. Let's get the air intake. Dang, I'm just dropping everything today. It is a 7 mil, by the way. There we go. Let's not drop that too. There we go. That can stay like that. Let's go ahead and pull these connectors off. I wish I had a pair of pliers that was specifically for this, but I don't. But these will work just fine. Slowly but surely. Close enough. And we're off. This next one, oh, this is going to be a pain in the butt. If I can grab them. Maybe I can twist it. Nope, can't twist it. All right, let's try this again. There we go. Pull the pipe with it. All right. And there should be one more. Oh yeah, there's one more right there. There we go. Sweet. Pop this up so it's not draining any fluid. And we got one connector here. Actually, you know what? We can probably just take this whole thing out. It's got one of those little clips too. That's I believe that's the temperature sensor. Temperature sensor is getting replaced too, because I believe it also comes with one. Yep, and that's the reason why I have the the drain down there. Oh, making a mess. There we go. So we can also go ahead and pop this off too. There's that. Don't need to put this back on. We'll let that finish draining. And while it's doing that, here's the replacement. Looks like the same as the other one. I don't think they changed anything on it. If you need the part number, see if I can get a good shot so the lights aren't killing it. There's your part number. So down in here, not sure if I can get good light in there right now. There is one bolt there. There's actually one right down, I think it's where my finger, right down in there. And there's a third one, which I believe is right underneath. So as we're sitting, there's one actually right behind that coolant pipe. So I can't see the third one, but there's 3 of them there. It is a E10. And when you put that new one back on, we torque them down to 71 inch-pounds, but we'll get to that in just a second. So let's go ahead and pull that guy off. All right, there's two. And the last one, I can barely see it myself. There we go. Got it. Let's see, I think there's one more piece that's held on here. Oh, let's go ahead and just pop it off. Oop. I hope if I finished unthreading the top bolt here. There we go. So there's that. Now how do I get that guy off? I think this just pops up. Oh, well, that's nice. Cheap plastic, that's what you get. But there's our piece. Oh, and we're missing the gasket because the gasket's still stuck. Wow, that's stuck on there good. There we go. There's our part. Seems like this thing is still, it's still malleable. But where is this leak coming from? I'm curious. I don't see, oh wait, what's this? I'm not sure. It's not really well defined on here. I don't see any cracks, but it was leaking nonetheless, so good thing we're replacing it. So there's the hole. We'll go ahead and clean this up as best we can. That coolant doesn't even look bad, but then again, we've also put maybe a gallon through this thing already in a week because of that leak. And get some carb clean on this thing. All right, I'm going to spray the carb cleaner on the towel, not the surface, because we don't want to get too much of that stuff in there. You just want to clean up that surface a bit. All right, so here's the old one, here is the new one. Put them side by side, make sure that they look the same. This one does, so we can chuck this one and we'll put the new one on. It's really as simple as that. Go ahead and line up those bolts. There we go, here's the worst one. Let's line up the second one. There's the second one. I'm just gonna hand tighten these things for now. Whoops, that one came out. I didn't thread it down enough. Okay, and the last one. Try to hand tighten these down as much as possible because you don't want to cross thread any of these into the engine block. Here we go. All right, and now we'll torque them in just a second. I just want to get these down just a bit. Good. We have our torque wrench. This is going to be rated in inch-pounds, not foot-pounds. It is 71 inch-pounds. So I'm going to start with the top one. We're going to be very gentle with this because it's not very much. There it is. That's as much as you need to go. Because really the gasket's doing all the work. You don't have to be a strong man and push these all the way down, and because the issue you'll have is you might crack those bolts. Here's that one. And the last one. That is all you need. All right, so with that guy on, let's go ahead and reinstall everything else. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Let me see. How does this thing come off? Oh, wish I had seen that. So, I broke the piece off, but you just press this and you should be able to push it through. There we go. Maybe I can use it again. Let's see. I don't think all of it broke off. Oh, cool. It still works. Press that there. Push that in. This is to that temp sensor. The new one comes with one. And oh, I love these things. I don't have replacement little clips here, so I'm going to have to reuse what I've got. But I will try to manipulate these so that I can get to them later and replace them with some different clamps. I do not like these. Did I get it? I don't think I did. There we go. Now we're on. That one's on. This next one. There's two. Come on. Oh. There we go. All right, try that again. Sorry guys if I'm in the way. And that is why you wear safety glasses. For which I am not. Yeah, keyboard warriors are about to tell me I should be. I know I should be. But I'm in a time crunch. All right, and there's the last one. Good, good, good. Oh, nope, fail. That's not the last one. Let us go ahead, since this has this guy, pop that off. Pop. Come on. I'm gonna be careful. There it goes. Want to use the new one? That's weird. Is that just friction fit in there? Did I not pay attention to that very well? Oh, I know what I'm missing. All right, so this clip, the one that I dropped. So this guy goes, make sure I'm putting it on right. Okay. So that guy goes here. This guy goes, make sure, yep, so like so, should clip on. It's not on. Why are you not going on? Do I have to line something up? I do. So that little notch on this piece goes to that little notch on one side, so that everything lines up and clips into place. There it goes. All right, now it's on. I press that down, move that guy out of the way, put our little Jesus clip in its place. She ain't going anywhere. And last piece is our intake. There we go. Come on. Get in there. Trying to line up the clamp here. Something's stopping it, and I think I know what. There we go. That guy. There's a reason why they have them set a certain way. It's because they decided to put everything in such a compact space. You have to put everything on a certain way. So let's just move just a little bit more. Come on. I'm definitely gonna have to change these clamps out because I've been moving them, manipulating them like that too much. But for now, I just got to get this part on. There we go. See? There we go. Now we can tighten this guy down. Good. That's on. And last but not least, that clip. All right. Oop, and let's just go ahead and put this right there. Done. Put some fluid in it. And if you did what I did and left this open before you put fluid in it, make sure you close that, because then all that stuff is going to, all that expensive coolant is going to leak right back out and you'll be out fluid. So let's go ahead and close this puppy up. Let's see, is it all the way closed? Or do this one-handed? Appears to be. You don't want to break it. We'll double check it after you put fluid in. I do believe she is bottomed out. Let's go ahead and start her up. Yes, I know the hood is open. Here's your mileage, by the way. Yeah. Replacing this part at 53,000 miles. Alright, yep, we're in neutral. I do not see any leaking. Let's get some light in there. Where's my light? That'll work. I'm not seeing anything. Actually, it's pretty cool here. He's starting to blow out all those air pockets, because now it's got pressure in the system. There you go. You should be able to see it better. It's gone down a little bit. I'm going to let this run up to operating temperature. So it'll be running for a few minutes. That'll also give it some time to blow out any of those air pockets that we see. Also, I don't see it blowing any more fluid out. Let's check. So that appears to be closed all the way. So, for the sake of time, we're going to cut to... I do believe we are at temperature, so let's go ahead and check for leaks. Trying to see if I can get the camera in there. Let's see if I can. Let's see, will you auto rotate like it says you should? Hard to get the camera and light in there at the same time. Yeah, I'm not seeing. Oh, here we go. Let's do this. There we go. Hopefully you guys can hear me. And to disconnect my audio mic. There we go. Oh, you're getting a lovely look at that. Whoops. There we go. I think that's as good of a picture as you're gonna get. You're getting a better picture than I am. Are you seeing any leaks? I'm not seeing any leaks. It looks good to me. Just want to go over real quick. Here is the part that we replaced. Flipping it over, this right here is the gasket. This is the mating side of the gasket, and you can barely tell. There's supposed to be two distinct ridges. I think you can see them, but it is barely there. I think the only issue with this is I've looked all over. I've cleaned it off. I've looked in every little location I could think of. I think the only issue was this gasket. So in theory, I could have just bought this gasket and replaced it, but kept the big piece as a whole. Saved me even more money doing the replacement, because there are no cracks at all anywhere. Like even spots like right here where a plastic piece goes in and that little clip holds into place, and then same piece right there. It wasn't leaking out of there at all. So I think the gasket for this was $6 at the time of this video. This part, I believe I bought it off of Amazon for, I think it was 26 and some change. And again, at the time of this video, it could change at any time. But yeah, I would look into it. I mean, I went the safe route because I didn't know at the time that it was the gasket. For all I knew, something underneath here could have had a crack. And I would have still been waiting for the part if I had just gone with the gasket and tried that. So do what you need to, but those are just some observations that I had. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this video was helpful to you in diagnosing and repairing a coolant-related issue and subsequent replacement of this part, or just removal, replacement of the gasket, and reinstall. So thanks for watching. Feel free to like, subscribe, and comment. I'll be watching all those. I do try to respond if I have the time, but I will probably be making more videos like this. So thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.